Hey everyone, how are y'all doing today? This is Shelly, Coffee, Anxiety, and Love. How's everybody doing on this Thursday? It is a little bit after 10, I'm not sure what time. So I am cleaning up, washing dishes, and all this other good stuff. As you guys know, if you've been following or if you're new, I'm Shelly Rivera and I live on a 30-acre private ranch with my husband, CJ Rivera. We've been married a little bit over, almost going on 2 years. February will be our anniversary, so almost 2 years now. We've been together for now going on 7 years. And we decided the beginning of this year that we were just going to go for it. We were, had been planning, going on the road, traveling, doing some stuff, getting an RV. And an opportunity came about at the beginning of the year, and we took it. We sold our house. We bought us a dingy little RV that I call Lucille because I'm a Walking Dead fan. And we got on the road, packed up what we could, knew we couldn't take too much, downsized. We had been downsizing our life for almost 2 years before that, so we didn't just do it overnight. We were thinking about this for a while. We downsized within 2 years of really dedicating ourselves to doing this. And I had already, even before I met my husband, I had already been trying to downsize my life. I knew I had too much stuff, especially clothes. It took me almost a year to downsize my wardrobe. And I was following a group of gentlemen called the Minimalists, and kind of just seeing what they were talking about as far as minimizing your life and your possessions and things like that. So I went through and I started doing that. I took some pointers from them and started going through my wardrobe and everything that I had. Okay, so I had to turn down my TV just so I don't get dinged for having the noise in the background. So, yeah, so, hold on. All right, sorry, my husband was relaying a message to me. We have little walkie-talkies for the property, but yeah, so we were doing that. We have been minimizing our life, and we have been doing all that good stuff. And once we got together and actually started living together, we started really thinking about minimizing ourselves. And it was hard because we were living in a really big house, so it was really easy to just accumulate. So that took me a lot of discipline and the entire 2 years to downsize myself. So like I said, we got an opportunity at the beginning of this year. End of February, we started packing up the house. We ended up getting a storage, a 5x10 storage, and whatever possessions that we really wanted to keep. And a lot of it was work stuff, or I had a little garage gym, so most of it is my gym equipment in there, and some of that stuff was really bulky, so there's not a lot of stuff in the storage. A lot of it is my tons and tons of weights and rigs and workout benches and things like that, so, and all my floor mats. So most of that space is with my equipment. Of course, I could have, got rid of it or whatever, but it took me a while, and that was a big investment to go in and try to get all that stuff together for the gym. So I didn't want to let it go. I had already invested the money, and it made no sense to me. So here we are. It is now end of November, and we are about to be done with this project. Maybe we'll be here through the winter. There's going to be a couple of trips where we have to go to other properties here and there through the winter, but I don't think we're going to be staying very long. Hopefully not, because all of our warm creature comforts are here on this property with the trailer, and we're trying not to take the trailer just yet on a pull. It does need some upgrades, repairs, and definitely new tires. so we don't want to pull it just yet. The tires are good. These are the same tires that we bought it with, so we know we should just be safe and get us some brand new tires anyway. Things like that, you know, we've been remodeling or just fixing the inside because we bought it basically gutted. The person that lived here before had a few kids in here, so she had it gutted and set up for just like bunk beds. So we kind of went with that and just kept it kind of plain and simple in there because we have a lot of equipment for our work. If you guys do not know, I know a lot of you do know, but my husband is a Native American indigenous artist. He's Navajo, Dene, and he does wire wrap jewelry, cabochons. We sell crystals and stones, dream catchers. I do macrame work, seed bead work. We do a little bit of everything as far as any kind of hand artwork. And that's pretty much been where we're trying to go with everything, is we're trying to get that company to sustain us on the road once we leave these projects and we're no longer, because right now we are getting a paycheck. My husband is working as a ranch hand, and you know, there's always seasonal gigs along the way that we can do, especially like at resorts or RV parks or things like that. Park there and work there. So there's opportunities out there to earn more money, extra money, you know, but we really want to get HHR, Indigenous Arts, and Luna Fitness Evolution. I'm a personal trainer. We're really trying to get all those things to come together and be the backbone that sustains us, you know. And we've learned to live bare minimum, so it's not going to take a lot for that to hold us, you know. We just need a little bit more consistency on our part, and then sales, of course, you know, getting members and sales. So, and the reason that consistency is so hard is CJ has to work, or at least put in 40 hours, you know. And with that, you know, some days we wake up early and we get going, but right now that it's cold, it goes into with the heat. It's going to be hot, too hot for him to work during the midday hours. So he would get up early, work a few hours, take a break in the heat of the day, and then go back out in the evening. So this time around, we're kind of waiting till the sun comes up and it warms up, and then he goes out, he works and puts in as many hours as he can before the sun goes down, because the sun goes down a lot earlier now. And you know, of course, I'm here, I'm trying to do my videos for Luna Fitness, and I'm trying to do my workouts, and you know, we need to eat, so I need to cook, so I need to clean. We don't have a lot of dishes, so there's constantly cleaning of dishes and washing, because we have 2 forks, 2 spoons, 2 knives, you know, things like that. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. There's not a lot of space to store stuff, so I end up having to cook, clean, cook, clean, cook, clean constantly. It's constant. And that's just anybody living in the RV, especially full time, that's going to be the number one thing that they have to deal with. It's constant cleaning, no matter what. It's such a small confined space. You are going to have to clean it every time, because, you know, we go wash our clothes maybe every 2.5, 3 weeks. We have enough clothes to hold us that long. But that requires us to be at the washateria for a couple of hours just doing our clothes each time we have to go. Which is, you know, you compromise this, you compromise that when you're living in the RV. And it becomes a lot of tasks, you know, and it's hard to keep up with everything. Plus, try to work and try to do all this stuff. And I try to get in as much work as I can for me. But it's been difficult to catch up and do everything. And then I don't really have a working space inside as far as a kitchen. Just lost my glasses. So I end up having to cook and clean and do everything outside. I need my glasses. Ooh. So that becomes a challenge, having to store everything inside, but yet cook outside. So I'm constantly having to bring spices out and you know, the food from inside in the refrigerator. And it's just a back and forth game, back and forth game, back and forth game all day long. And it becomes tiresome. It becomes cumbersome. And, you know, since we live in a 30-acre forest, basically, there's a small hill where there's a house. The rest of it is just trees and shrubbery and wild animals everywhere. Coyotes constantly every night, you know. We can't leave anything out. So we have to take it in. Why do I do all this, you think, you ask? Number one, it is fun. I mean, minus the hard work. I've had a lot of fun out here, just sitting out here, especially at night when you can see all the stars. I mean, it's incredible. Then there's nights where we psych each other up because we start hearing stuff in the forest and we're like, what was that noise? Did you hear that? Well, last night I was in the trailer doing some work and he's out here. I was cold already. It was getting to the dark, you know, to the dusky kind of night. So I was inside and he was outside working in the garage. And we just felt this big old boom and a shake. And I'm like, what is that? You know, and I have the door open to the trailer so we can talk to each other. And if I lean over enough from the bed, I can see him working out here. And we're like, what the hell was that? I don't know. The whole earth shook. He goes, yeah, but I don't know what it is. We looked around and then we did our run this morning of the property because we go around the property every now and then and look at everything and make sure, you know, trees, number one, haven't fallen. There's no animals out there that are dead and rotting. And just looking around, period, you know, making sure nobody's on the property. And we didn't see anything out of the ordinary. And we're like, what the hell was that noise? It shook the whole ground. We still don't know. We haven't heard anything. I don't know. But it's things like that that happen out here. And it's exciting and it's fun. And yes, we get hot. Yes, we get cold. But it's been an adventure and it's been an experience. And it's taught us a lot about what we really need in our life. And I wish I could get more people to understand this and want to do this. And I wish I could get my kids to want to do this. But I know it's hard. And we've been very fortunate because, yeah, we are on private property. So we are not having to pay the expense of renting a spot. But, you know, we'll soon have to do that too. And that's going to incur another charge on us trying to make sure that HHR and Luna Fitness start earning us enough money to sustain us while we go on the road. So, yeah. And I know all you guys are thinking today's Thursday. She hasn't said anything about today. And no, I have not. Today is a holiday. But because my husband is Dene and I have chose to be his wife, I have chose this holiday to respect his beliefs and to not I guess you want to say celebrate that day the way most people do. For his people, today is a day of mourning. Today is a very there is a lot of emotional feelings for indigenous people here in the Americas. And a lot of people don't really understand that or even know that there's a lot of indigenous people out there who do not celebrate this holiday. And it's okay. I'm not saying anybody's right. I'm not saying anybody's wrong. I was one that celebrated it for years. I mean, we looked forward to it, my kids and I, and this and Christmas, because we just always got together, played games, or sat there and watched the football games, and ate dinner all day long, you know, starting at 1 and then went back for, you know, 5 or 6 for seconds, and then, you know, desserts in between. You know, it was just a day to be together. But we didn't know what the day really meant. And now that my husband has educated me and told me a lot about it, I still miss being with my kids. They're celebrating today. They're having their traditional dinner, or slightly traditional. We are Mexican, so we kind of put our Mexican flair in there all the time. And it's gonna be my son, my daughter, their father, probably, hopefully, their sister for a little while, their little sister, all the grandkids, and then my dad. And if you guys have been following, my dad has been really, really sick, and we're really excited to get him out today. He lives in the nursing home right now. He needs assistance. And I think he's going to be really excited getting out today and seeing the kids. So my grandkids, my daughter's kids, she has 5. They all call him Little Grandpa because he's just this little bitty man now. And it's so cute when they first saw him, and they were like, Mom, are we going to go back over to Grandma or to Mom? Because they don't call me Grandma, they call me Mom. And I've asked many times, why don't y'all call me Grandma? Because you're Mom. And so yeah, they saw him that one time, and they hadn't really, you know, interacted with him, but he was over at my house, and we were doing the traditional dinner, you know, watching the game. And they came over and took pictures with him. And then later on they said, you know, are we going back with Mom? And they're like, yeah. Oh, is the little grandpa gonna be there? And they're like, who? The little grandpa we took pictures with. So ever since then, it's stuck that he's the little grandpa. So every time we talk to the kids and we tell them, you know, we're gonna go see little grandpa, yay, we're gonna go see little grandpa. So I don't know what kids think sometimes, but I think it's cute. All right, guys. Today, yes, if you are with family, enjoy it. Remember, today should be a day for gathering and blessings and being with each other. Yes, it's a holiday, but it should be more about being together with your family and friends and the people that you really love and care for. And if we could have drove into Houston, we have to work this weekend at the flea market, so it's just going to be too much going back and forth on us. But Christmas, definitely, we're trying to get back home. But if you're with your family, if you're with your friends, or if you are alone, it's okay. You know, if anybody who is alone and you need people to talk to, always reach out to us. My husband and myself love talking to people, love meeting new people, and want to meet more people. So if you're alone and you just want to Facebook talk, definitely talk to us. All right? Love you guys, and have a blessed, abundant day.